Bros, the newest gay rom-com from Universal Studios, and I believe this is actually the first gay rom-com from like an established studio, and people have been saying that it's the funniest movie that they've seen in the last 10 years. Do I agree with that statement? Well, let's get into it. Hey guys, my name is Brandon, aka the BrandoCritic. Thank you guys so much for being here today. I really do appreciate it. And today I'm gonna give you my honest, no BS, non-spoiler review for you today for Bros, and tell you if it's worth a watch. And like I say in every review, guys, this is just my own personal opinion. So if you guys think the same, think differently, leave your thoughts of Bros down in the comment section down below. I would love to know your opinion about the movie. Now, let's get into it. So we have Bros. We gotta do the clap every single video. We have Bros from director Nicholas Stoller, who has directed Forgetting Sarah Marshall, and if you guys have not seen Forgetting Sarah Marshall, that is one of the funniest movies I've ever seen, and he's directed both Neighbors films. It stars Billy Eichner and Luke Macfarlane. Now, after every single movie, if it's at home or at a theater, I think to myself, you know, how do I start the review? What can I really say about it? And I was having a hard time thinking about things to say about Bros, because when people ask me, hey, should I go see this comedy film, I'm basing it on one simple metric. Was it funny? And for me, yes, Bros is absolutely hilarious. So if you like comedy and you like to laugh, Bros is the movie for you. And you know how I know this? Because not only was I laughing hysterically, my girlfriend was laughing hysterically, but the entire theater was just in a constant uproar. But not only that, whenever a character said something rude or said something kind of mean or something really big happened in the plot, people in the audience went, ooh. And the reason why I bring that up is because being from Canada, we generally don't like to express our emotions out loud in a movie theater. If it's funny and people are laughing, that's one thing, but we're not one to like really go clapping when a superhero comes on screen, you know? That's just the general consensus about Canadians in movie theaters. We like to internalize. But when we do get vocal and we do get emotional and we do get loud, then you know that the film is emotionally touching the people in the audience. I just heard that out loud. Emotionally moving the people in the audience. Get your head out of the gutter. So yes, this movie is a ton of fun and it's very funny. And the reason why it's funny to me is that there's a lot of different types of humor in this movie. It's not just a bunch of gay jokes. There are a lot of well-written scenarios where a certain gay character is with a straight person. The straight person doesn't really know how to act around a gay person. A gay guy who's a bit more flamboyant is trying to be more macho in the gym. There's a lot of funny one-liners. This movie is very crass. Oh my god, is it raunchy. There's a lot of sex jokes. There's a lot of shock value. Some of the things that we saw on screen, I looked around the audience, a lot of them were like, oh my god. Like, they could not believe what they were seeing on screen. So there's a lot of shock value in this movie too. And yeah, that's like the main metric to go see a comedy movie. Do you want to laugh? Yes, Bros will make you laugh. Now, I don't like talking about this, but I feel like I have to bring this up because people have asked me this online and in person, and a lot of people have this certain idea in their brains, and it's that certain movies should only be enjoyed by certain people. I do not adhere to this idea whatsoever. And I first started to realize this when I posted my review for Coming to America, the 1983, I believe it's 1983, Eddie Murphy film. And someone messaged me online going, what? You're white and you like this movie? How is that possible? I didn't even know white people could enjoy movies like this. And I'm thinking to myself, it's a good movie. I laughed. It was funny. What's the problem? And I'm seeing that with Bros, unfortunately. I don't adhere to that idea that certain people can only watch certain movies. I'm a straight guy, and I watched a gay rom-com and laughed my ass off, and I thought it was also very romantic, and I enjoyed the hell out of this movie. So that's a good sign. This movie is not just made for the LGBTQ plus community. It's made for anyone who likes to laugh. And isn't that the point of movies, to be enjoyed by everyone? So yeah, I don't like talking about this stuff, but I just had to say that this movie doesn't, you know, pigeonhole certain groups. It doesn't only speak to a certain audience. I'm sure it would speak to a certain audience more, but as a straight guy and as a straight couple watching this movie, we both, my girlfriend and I, had a blast watching this movie, like, just honestly. Now, this is a romantic comedy. I talked about the comedy, but how's the romance? I liked that this movie did not just have the one main character and then you had the other person as the prize, where there was not just one story arc and the other person was just this trophy to be won. You do actually have two characters going through arcs in this movie, and you have two characters who are actually progressing throughout the story. Bobby, Billy Eichner, he's one of those characters who just doesn't really like to be vulnerable. He tries to be confident. He always tries to, you know, act like nothing really phases him. But you know that he's kind of hurting inside. He wants to open up, but he just doesn't want to open up too much because there's the ability or the chance of getting hurt. And I feel like a lot of people, men and women, feel like this and act like this in their lives. I've acted like that before. Then we have Aaron, played by Luke Macfarlane, and he is a guy who just happens to be a bit shy and not very confident in his sexuality, and he's still trying to figure out what kind of man he is, what kind of man he wants in his life. So again, there's a bit more of a confidence building relationship there as well. So the characters progress, and they progress together. They have great chemistry, a lot of funny moments between the two of them. Great leads in this movie. And I would say that my only problem with this movie is that, yes, it is a very standard plot. If you've seen one rom-com before, you've basically seen them all. The same premise, one character's not looking for love, another character's not really looking for love, but they meet together and we're like, oh, we're not really in love, that's totally fine. But then of course they fall in love, and there's a lot of meet cutes, so they get a bit more vulnerable, they start to really open up to each other. Then of course there's a misunderstanding, right? Like, I'm spoiling the movie, but again, like I said, if you've seen a rom-com, you've seen them all, right? They break up, they get back together, all this stuff, all the drama, all the fluff in a rom-com. It's very standard. This formula hasn't really been tested too much over the years, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? And there is a saying that it's not the story that you're telling, it's how you tell it. This is a very standard story. Sure, it's a gay rom-com. We haven't really seen many of those on the highest scale, aka with the biggest budget and with the most amount of advertising as Bros has, but it's well told. It's well made, it's very funny, it's very romantic. The two qualities that you would like in a romantic comedy are here in Bros. So as a straight guy, my opinion is that Bros was very funny, and yes, it is worth a watch. 4 to 5 is my rating. Go check it out. I feel like you would definitely have a great time. Even if you're in a straight couple, you don't have to be in a gay couple to enjoy this movie. Even on date night with a straight couple, you can enjoy this movie. Don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. So those are my thoughts on Bros. If you like this video, please hit that like button so that this video can reach more people and my channel can reach more people. Thank you guys so much. And of course, like I've said in the last video, I have a Patreon as well where we do movie nights. So if you want to do a movie night with me every single month, we vote on a movie and I give a movie to you guys. Then check the link to Patreon in the description box below. And for our secret phrase, let's go with Jar Jar Binks is sexy. Type that in the comments so that I know that you've made it this far. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys again soon. Take care.